Well, hello my beautiful Pisces, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with a little bonus reading. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I will also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Pisces, this is a little bonus reading of what your guides want you to know, the message they're trying to get to you. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome, but just to let you know, we have the influence of 6 planets in retrograde, okay? So it may make you feel a little bit frustrated that you're not really moving forward as fast as you had hoped for. You may also feel like you're taking 2 steps forward and 4 steps back, almost like you're wading through mud, okay? But this time period also offers a little bit of a respite for us to really sort of slow down, contemplate the next move, re-examine our priorities, and really reflect on what we need to do next. So sometimes there is purpose in patience. Sometimes it's important to take a pause. We all know that, okay? Now, in particular, my beautiful Pisces, you are going to be influenced by your 8th house and your 2nd house. Now, the 8th house is all about money, finances. You may be looking at protecting your finances, shuffling things around to make sure you've got bills covered and things like that. Also, you may be influenced by that 2nd house of value, how you value yourself, whether you're getting a really good deal for what you do, whether it's financial recompense for the effort you put into your career, or whether it is in friendships, love relationships. You're looking across the board about how you value yourself and whether you feel like the energy, you know, is reciprocated. That's what I'm feeling. Now, the Chariot card is your first card, really. We got the Magician card. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Pisces? What do they need to know? It's so interesting that for the final position, 2 cards have popped out for you on each. Normally I only get 1 card in that position, but they want 2. So I'm just going to go get your final details and then we will see what is happening for you. We got 6 of Wands, beautiful energy with that Chariot card. So a lot of success headed your way, but I feel there's this motivation. You've suddenly, perhaps you've been feeling a little bit unfocused for a while, or stretched or pulled in different directions, but your focus is very, very clear. We got the Ace of Chalices and the 10 of Pentacles. Now the 10 of Pentacles, of course, really connects to your 8th and 2nd house of finances. So I feel you've perhaps maybe a little bit more focused on finances, a little bit more than usual, let's put it that way, because of your influences. I mean, you got 2 10s in the resistance position, so something you feel like you do not have right now, you will have it by the end of 4 to 5 weeks, okay? But we will go a little bit deeper on that. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. What else do my beautiful Pisces need to know? To close the spread, what else do they need to be aware of? We've got the Queen of Wands. Okay. Now, the first card here is the one who sees, observe, perceive, and scrutinize. So there's this watching, waiting kind of energy. Now we also have the 5 of Swords here for you. So that means there's some sort of mental conflict or a little bit of tension going on with this watching and waiting. Now either there's something that you've involved yourself in, whether it's a competitive sport or a competitive environment, maybe it's for career or it is for love, for example, because we've got the 6 of Wands here, which means you've got your eye on some sort of prize. You're fighting for something that you feel you want to be victorious in. Now, I don't mean you're literally fighting for it, but you may be trying to sort of achieve something or accomplish something for quite some time, and it's almost like things are simmering in the background. You're watching and waiting. You're waiting for results is what I'm getting here with this. Also, I mean, I have to take into account the energy of the moment. I mean, in each reading for these messages from your guides, they've been taking into account the world, the worldly energy. So you may have been feeling, that you're trying to find direction in the world that we're in right now, and that things are a little bit crazy. The energy is all over the place, and normally, the world is pretty crazy, but we have amplified the level of crazy in the world in the last 3 to 4 months. They're actually giving me a bit of a tension headache on the side, the right side of my head here, just by the temple. So if you've been feeling, a little bit tense, your guides are indicating watch your energy. Watch what you give your energy to, because it could be giving you tension headaches. You are someone who is very sensitive, Pisces, and that's your superpower. It's not something that I'm calling you out on. It's something that you really are, gifted to have. But it does mean that you can absorb other people's energy and you feel extra sensitive. Where some people may feel, sensitive to what's going on around them, you feel it a little bit more. So watch out for that. Things like black tourmaline, black obsidian helps protect your energy. But I would also say, if you feel like you've been bombarded by news or negative energy, just take a step back. Okay. Also, so important, and this has been coming up in the readings recently as well, don't listen to news sources just before bed. Because although we will fall asleep, we're actually falling asleep to that energy. So whilst you may sleep, you may not get a full, proper, healthy night's sleep. Because what happens when we fall asleep? Of course, we're, dreaming. Some people remember their dreams, some people do not. We're in that REM state. But also, our brains, I don't know if you notice, our brains try to work out things and find solutions. So sometimes, problems may go on in our mind, worrying in the background, and your brain tries to sort them out for you. So if you are sort of falling asleep to things like news, or wondering what's going to happen next in the drama of the world, remember that is something that's influencing your sleep, and it actually sort of blocks you from focusing on personal things because you're taking on the bigger energy. So just watch that, my beautiful Pisces. That's coming in there a little bit. You may have even noticed that naturally you're actually taking a step back from things like that anyway. But the one who sees, you've got something in your sights. Okay, you have your eye on something, and your eyes are basically on success. I mean, we've got the Chariot card. Look at that. Her hand is up there like she knows where she's going. Okay, it's almost like this is the starting point. You know where you're going from the very start, or where to start, or what you need to do next. Because the Chariot card is movement forward. It is success. It is triumph. It is victory. It is energy. So if you've been feeling a little bit of low energy or a lack of commitment right now with regards to your goals and dreams, that's okay. We've had very strong influence from that new moon in Virgo, and of course the full moon in your sign. So we get pushed and pulled in different directions during that period. We've got that sharp focus of Virgo, where we feel like we need to get our lives moving ahead in the right direction, be a healthier, better version of ourselves, create lists, get really productive. And then we've got that Pisces dreamy energy where we're, contemplating things, and we're manifesting, and we're daydreaming about what could be, all the potentials and the possibilities. And you're aligning yourself with what you hope for. And, those two things make us feel pulled in different directions, and we feel pretty exhausted. So you may have felt a little bit like pulled in different directions over the last couple of weeks, but you're going to get focused. The Chariot card is about knowing where you're going, okay? And it's also about being brave and finding that energy to move forward if you've been feeling a little bit lackluster recently. When you get the Chariot card also, it's like building confidence, but there's still a little undercurrent here of negativity or a little bit of sadness. The Five of Swords is a card of mental conflict, sometimes self-sabotage, my beautiful Pisces. So, sometimes when we know what we need to do, sometimes we do everything but, okay? I was saying to one of the other signs, I think it was Scorpio actually, another water element, that many, many years ago, I knew I need to just focus on my dissertation for university, but all of a sudden I became like a domestic goddess where I want to vac the floor, I want to wash the dishes, I want to do all the things that I hate normally doing, but I had a responsibility to hit a deadline for a university paper, you know. So whenever we feel like we've got a deadline or we know we need to do something, it's hanging over us, sometimes we kind of get a little bit drifty and we start to focus on things that don't necessarily need to be done right now, but we still feel compelled to do them. So just be mindful of that, because you got the Magician card in this position. And the Magician card in the resistance position can sometimes mean that your focus has been scattered or your energy has been scattered, and you feel right now a little bit unfulfilled, or you feel it's hard to garner the energy. But as you actually move through, we're in Libra season now, so if there's any sort of cross watchers, or if there's any Pisces with Libran placements present, you know, happy birthday for your season. I'll be doing, of course, a Libran reading there. But the Chariot card is about choosing your direction, having the confidence to know that you're headed in the right path. And this is about sort of your willpower as well, your dedication to your goals. Because basically we've got the Chariot card and we've got the Six of Wands, which is dedication to your goals. Okay, Six of Wands is like, where do I want to go? How do I want to be triumphant? How am I making a mark on the world right now? Now, your passion is your power, because wands are all about passion. They're also about inspiration. So you may feel extra inspired to take a movement forward or take a certain journey in life. Now, the Chariot card, of course, is about direction. And the Six of Wands is like you're headed towards success. But you may feel with the Six of Wands, there's some sort of good news that comes in that is a catalyst. So watch out for this good news, okay? Six of Wands is accomplishment. It is about being in the limelight, success, stepping into the limelight, stepping into your power in order to affect change. So I feel it's almost like you're raring to go, and you know the direction you want to go in. You've thought for it for a long time. You've observed it. You've been seeing the direction you should go in. Now, in terms of world events, you know, you may be looking at things like inflation, and you know, we're all looking at those things and thinking, whoa, there's like, you know, price of living's going up, but wages are not going up. How does that affect my savings if I'm lucky enough to have savings? What if I don't have savings? So I feel like there's really bigger questions that are also going on in your mind. And I feel like they're whirring around in the background, okay? That's what this Five of Swords is. It's almost like I get this, I know what I need to do, but I feel like a little bit nervous about the next step, or how do I do that? How, you know, the Five of Swords can be sometimes a little bit of self-sabotage, as I said, but it can also be with the Seven of, sorry, not the Seven, the Five of Swords. I hope I didn't say seven, I meant five, okay? The Five of Swords is like, you know what you need to do, so don't get complacent. Now, please don't shoot the messenger when I say that, my beautiful Pisces. We all have moments of knowing what we need to do and feeling like, how do I start? Because the Five of Swords is a card of worry, okay? Sometimes we start to sort of tick. It's almost like your brain starts to tick in the background. What if I fail? What if this doesn't go right? What if I'm picking the wrong path? What if I don't know what I'm doing? What if all those what ifs, okay? The Five of Swords is a chip away at our confidence. And you got two very, very confident cards here, okay? So don't allow this to get in the way of this, because you're going places. Now, of course, some of you, your focus may be to book travel, a vacation, for example, because the Chariot card can be about movement forward. Six of Wands is also movement. Some of you could be like wanting to relocate for work or for to live, but I feel this is about direction for you. And a lot of you with the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, I see the deepest desire, your deepest focus is to make sure you protect yourself and your family. That's what I see here, this sort of level of responsibility that is sometimes weighing on your shoulders, okay? So I feel it, and I'm sending you a huge hug out there, my beautiful Pisces. Ten of Pentacles, of course, you want to make big money, or you want to make enough money to save and, you know, have enough for retirement, for example. If you are already retired, some of you may be worried about that retirement package, and you may be wondering, how can you sort of use it to your best sort of abilities, how you can be proactive, but at the same time be resourceful with what you've got. I actually see things working out in your favor, okay? The Death card does symbolize change. Now, of course, if you know the planetary alignments, and I won't bore you with these things, you know, but basically when you've got planetary alignments and you've got major shifts, there normally is a catalyst in Virgo season. and then it really hits around about Scorpio season, okay? It's almost like an overarching thing. So I would say if there's any change occurring, it's in Scorpio, okay? I just want you to be aware of that, especially since we got the death card here showing up for you. So for example, you know, how can I put this? For example, let's say if you're looking for a change of scenery, a change of job, you know, if you're looking for love, for example, major change occurs in November, well, end of October into November, okay? I just want you to be aware of that. And of course, we're just stepping into Libra season, and I'm talking big changes as well as localized changes. So worldly events can bring radical change, especially as we head into Scorpio season. But the catalyst or the shift has already started around about Virgo season. So I just want you to be aware of that. Now, the Five of Swords does indicate a little bit of mental anxiety, okay? And I feel this could also be, because I get this energy of, sometimes the Five of Swords can be connected to other people, okay? And when we've got a plan or we want to achieve something or accomplish something, and you look, you know, you're very talented, you're naturally gifted with the Six of Wands. This is something that is like, you know, if you wanted to be in the limelight, if you wanted to be famous, for example, you've got gifts. The Magician card indicates sometimes you doubt your gifts, but they're showing me that actually you're very talented at whatever it is you do. Now, of course, not everybody's going to want to be famous, but you know, if it's about standing out from the crowd, standing out from the environment, as in, you know, no matter what you do, whether you're in catering, whether you're in construction, whether you're in the artistic field, whether you work in like, you know, farming industry, whatever it is you work in, this is about you being the best of the best. You know your stuff and then some, okay? And it's about you having that inner power and knowing that you're going to be successful whatever direction you take. So I want you to be aware of that. So there's something here, and I'm going to pull a card on it. The Five of Swords kind of says, don't reveal your secrets, okay? Work hard in silence or focus in silence, because you don't want people you know, stepping in the way or trying to sabotage your energy, okay? So I just want you to be aware of that, because sometimes you know, people, they may have our best interests at heart, but sometimes when they are faced with other people who are doing really well, they start to think about, oh, well, I want something like that and I work really hard. Why have they got that? And it's not that they wish you unwell, but sometimes they put the stink eye on, you know what I mean? So just watch out for that. Also, Five of Swords can indicate drama. So if you've got personal drama going on in the background, of course, that's, you know, things that are necessary to be resolved, and I do see them being resolved. I mean, the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups can mean that there's been some family issues or some, you know, some sort of conflict that's been going on, maybe arguments, or there's been a little bit of drama, or there's been, I'm going to pull a card and see what it has. It's made you feel a little bit off center, or they're indicating don't allow the drama to derail you. Okay, because I see you overriding this energy and moving towards something that you truly want. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Grand Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Pisces? What do they need to know? Five of Swords, Seven of Cups. Now, because we've got the Chariot card and the Seven of Cups, this means you've got some choices. You've got a directional gauge. So you may be trying to weigh up your options and trying to make a decision, but I feel either somebody or some people may not be like 100% down with the decision you make, and that's okay. It's not their life, it's yours, my beautiful Pisces. So you will make the decisions based on who you are and what you want. Now, you're not typically a very selfish person. You are actually someone who is very loving, kind, generous, and you think about others before yourself. That's who you naturally are. But I feel like okay, thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. They're also giving me an energy of Seven of Cups can connect to fantasy, dreams, you know, and of course, being a Pisces, you know, you're really good at that dreamy energy. They always say at school, you know, don't be daydreaming out the window, but that's actually stopping you from manifesting, okay? So that's something that's really poignant that we should be actually doing. So when I get a Seven of Cups, it's always like, of course, use your imagination to imagine all the possibilities that are available to you. Really see yourself in each situation. If you've got a decision to make, Put yourself in each situation like you're living it now. Which one feels the best? That's the one you go with. That's where your heart's at, okay? Also, the Seven of Cups says, yeah, okay, great. You've got fantasies of where you want to be, who you want to be, what you want to do. You know, don't just let it live in your head. Take action, move towards it. You're going to be very, very successful, okay? So if you've got a plan or something you've been thinking about or something you've been investigating, maybe you got new ideas, you've been really inspired by Virgo season, know that you'll be very successful. Just put one foot in front of the other. You can do it. You're headed in the right direction, okay? Now we've also got the one who is present. It's interesting, right? Because it's in the resistance position and it says now awareness acceptance, but it's like I got it in the reverse. So you may feel a little bit discombobulated, a little bit off center. You could feel a little bit like scattered in your energy, especially with the Magician card. Both of them are like this to begin with, but by the end of the 4 to 5 weeks, they are termed firmly in the upright, because this is the position of the things that may be against us as we move throughout the time period, okay? But we resolve the issues. So with that card, I feel like you are going to, if you've been feeling a little bit confused about direction, or you've been feeling a little bit worried, or a little bit like you've gone through a real test right now, or things have just made you feel like you don't want to focus because everything just feels so overwhelming right now, then you're actually going to find peace. You're going to find calm. You're going to breathe. You're going to become centered. And these two tens that are in the reverse are actually going to turn into the upright. Okay, so that's financial and emotional contentment, balance. Things work out in your favor. But the Magician card is like your focus. And by the end of the 4 to 5 weeks, it's going to be turned in the upright. You're actually so talented. You're so gifted, my beautiful Pisces. You're gifted at your career, you're gifted at artistry, you're so creative as well. Emotionally, you have a response to things. And I always say this, that most people pay, counselors and psychiatrists and things like that to get to the level of emotion that you naturally have. People need to unlock those parts of themselves that have been put away. So always embrace your natural state, my beautiful Pisces, because you're in the flow. The Magician card is about realizing your power and that you have everything you need to be awesome, everything you need to be successful, okay? The Magician card is a card of willing things into being, having that ability, that capability to use your power to manifest what it is you desire. This talent is going to be applied to something that you're really emotional about, but also to something financial. So if you've been worried about money, if you've been worried about your family unit, I feel like those responsibilities are going to feel a little bit easier as you move throughout the time period. Now, of course, the 2nd and 8th house are influencing you. So, there is this energy of you being pushed and pulled in different directions. And because the 2nd and 8th house are all about finances and value and cash and property and things like that, you may look at certain things and be like, I don't really want to focus on that right now. But the universe is asking you to get clear, okay? So with this card, I feel like you are going to get focused on things like finances, your family, and how you value yourself. Also, you're looking at your own personal happiness, because I feel with the Magician card, you felt a little bit scattered for a while, and you may have felt like you've not been fulfilling your true potential. You haven't been wasting your resources, but I feel like some of you may have been overspending a little bit, or you have been, giving away your power. Some of you may have been going through, as I said, family squabbles or drama, or maybe there's some sort of drama at work or even in your soul tribe. There's just a little bit of out of balance energy here. But by the end of the 4 to 5 weeks, you're going to be back on point. The 10 of Cups is, total contentment, joy, being in a cycle of fulfillment and serenity, okay? Family issues coming to the fore and actually being resolved and things like that. We've also got the 10 of Pentacles. Any money worries, I feel like some of you are going to be a little bit more financially savvy or focused in the next 4 to 5 weeks, and there's more affluence or more material abundance headed your way, or you're going to master your finances so you can save a little bit more and be a little bit more resourceful. So for example, if you've spent a little bit more last month than you should have, this month, as you move throughout Libra season, I see you cutting back a little bit and being able to save, okay? But the 10 of Pentacles is about attracting more wealth, attracting more happiness by focusing on what you truly desire and not what other people expect of you or have sort of expectations for you. So I really see this as you, some of you are actually going to learn a little bit more about finances. Some of you may be actually watching videos online of how to, look at economic status and, building finances. Some of you may even use a gift or something that you're talented at to really bring in a lot of money. Some of you may be setting up a second stream of income, or you already have, and you're going to have a really good run of it as we move throughout Libra and Scorpio and then Sagittarius season, because this is for, I feel this towards the end of the year. There's like picking up pace, and even though there is a lot of difficulty in the world right now, I feel like you're overcoming obstacles, and I feel like you're attracting a little bit more abundance and good times. Okay, now the outcome energy we have here, they're giving me a song right now. One moment please. Okay, it goes quite fast, so please forgive me if I don't get this right. But anyway, let's see. Feeling my way through the darkness, guided by a beautiful heart, I think. Beating heart, sorry, beating heart. I'm gonna have to catch it next time around because it's gone too fast. Okay, one moment please. I'm gonna have to wait till it comes back around. Could you begin that from, thank you so much, I'm truly grateful. Feeling my way through the darkness, guided by a beating heart. I can't tell you where the journey will end, but I know where to start. Oh, wow. Okay, so this song is very upbeat. I almost want to say it's kind of like a mixture of a poppy type song with something like club type music. But it's from the heart. This song is really it's really hauntingly beautiful. I'm sure I've heard this song before, but I can't really place it in this moment. So I'm gonna have to look it up. It may have even shown up for another reading before, maybe even your sign, my beautiful Pisces, because I feel like it's strongly connected to your energy. I mean, even the lyrics, feeling my way through the darkness, that's exactly what you do. Guided by a beating heart. Pisces, you are governed by the heart space. And it really connects to your cards actually. The Chariot card, which was I don't know where I'm going on the journey or something like that. I think the lyrics were, because they're not playing it anymore because I'm scrying at the same time. It's like I can't tell you where the journey is, but I know where I'm going to start or something like that. So I feel like deep down you know where your heart wants to be. So for some of you, it may be that you're looking for direction when it comes to love. You may be seeking a loving relationship. We got an Ace of Cups here. So you're definitely manifesting love into your energetic sphere. Some of you, it's going to be a career that you love. Maybe it's a directional gauge where you actually end up. Some of you may want to relocate or travel or, shift direction in your personal life. Maybe even take a bit of a sabbatical from, the work that you've been doing, taking some time out, taking a career break or something like that. Because I just get this energy of refocusing. So please take it as resonates. That song can be something that will play in the next 4 to 5 weeks that signifies change for you. You could hear it just after this song, but they're showing me, my guides are actually pointing at the 6 of Wands for me, and that is good news. So this song is a catalyst to sort of highlight that there's some really good news coming towards you, okay? And it's something that helps you with your direction. So I will leave that there, okay? Now we've got the one who hesitates, ponder, delay, confidence. So again, we've got the Magician card, which in this position is scattered energy, but also lack of confidence, or sometimes you self-sabotage yourself by not believing in your skills or your gifts. Sometimes, and again, please don't shoot the messenger, my beautiful Pisces, they want you to be aware of this. You're really good at what you do. And yes, you're headed in the right direction and you will make the right choices. Resources that you feel like you do not have in this moment will appear for you as long as you believe in yourself. They want you to be aware of that, okay? So sometimes we want to do something in life and we're like, you know what, I don't have the money. I just can't do it. the universe is, I'm being shown by your gifts that the resources you need are going to show up for you. Some of you may feel that you've lacked passion recently, or that you felt a little bit disconnected from your heart space, and you've been a little bit numb, or your emotions have been a little bit dampened, more dampened than usual, and you've been searching for direction or meaning, and there's this energy that you're going to connect to that. Okay, it's almost like you're going to be filled again with emotion, with passion, with energy, and you will suddenly see the direction you need to go in. Okay, but we do have the one who hesitates, ponder, delay, confidence. So they're indicating the confidence is the thing that is delaying. So for example, if you ask the universe for something, you say, "Dear universe, I'm so grateful for everything that I have already. Thank you so much from all of my soul to the bottom of my heart as well. I would also love this thing to manifest in my life. And then I'm trusting you to bring it to me, and I will work hard towards it as well. So if we could meet halfway, that would be amazing." And then a month passes, 2 months pass, and you're like, "Didn't show up for me, so it's probably not going to show up. So you know what? It probably is not going to work. So let's just leave that there. I'm just going to refocus somewhere else." The universe is busy conspiring to bring you what you need, but you've just knocked everything. You've chipped away your own confidence, feeling like it's not showing up. The universe wants you to believe. And then when your belief starts to waver, believe a little bit harder, believe a little bit more, and you're going to be pleasantly surprised. Okay. Now, we also have remorse, guilt, and forgiveness. So I'm going to pull a quick card on this. One moment, please. Let me see what that's all about. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Pisces? We got the Knight of Wands here. Now, this is, we've got a Mercury retrograde, okay? So not everybody wants to hear what I'm about to say, but sometimes retrogrades can bring people from the past back into our lives. And because we've got remorse, forgiveness, guilt, this could be someone that perhaps you felt did not take you seriously, someone who was very chaotic in their energy, someone who's very impulsive. They may have hurt you. I mean, it could even be an ex who was very sort of here today, gone tomorrow, in and out of your energy. There's someone here who may be asking for forgiveness. I mean, even if you've argued with someone and had a really passionate argument with that person, I feel like they are coming back. They don't want to run away from this, because this is normally the card in the upright of the runner, someone who bolts whenever there's difficult energy, when there's someone who things get tough, they get going. But this person in the reverse, they want to come back on in, they want to face the music. So there's someone here who actually wants to make amends with you. Does not have to be an ex, okay? I just want to clarify that. But it could be somebody that I feel like they offer like an olive branch, so I would watch out for that. And I actually see you forgiving this person to lighten your own karmic load, but not forgetting, because I feel like you're keeping hold of the lesson so that you notice red flags in the future and make sure it doesn't happen again. Because remember, your second house of how you value yourself is sort of really influencing you. So there's someone here who wants to offer you an olive branch. Now, if, for example, you do not know who that person may be, it could also be that you are resolving issues within yourself that you felt, you could have done better. Sometimes, for example, we start projects and we don't finish them, or you feel like you have not started that new idea or that new thing, or you haven't been bold enough to sort of trust in your visions and go for it. So some of you may actually feel a little bit guilty for, procrastinating or not finishing that project. And I feel like you're resolving those issues within you, because we have to remember something. We're a human being, not a human doing. Okay, it's so important. Yes, you'll get that project or that thing done that you need to do, but sometimes we wake up in the morning and we're like, you know what? Today's a duvet day. I just don't feel like it. I feel off. Sometimes I dabble in, doing a bit of art. I wouldn't call myself an artist per se. I'm not out there, selling my work and things. But, sometimes I'll get up in the morning and I will feel, I can't do it today. I just don't have that thing. I don't know what that thing is, but I just don't have it. And if I know I would force myself to go and do it because I know I need to finish something, then I would ruin it, because the heart's not in it on that particular day. But if I wake up the next day, suddenly it's calling to me. My heart is saying, I need to do this. Let's go. Let's move towards that painting. Let's finish it off. Let's really involve myself and get lost in it. So It's about how we feel moment to moment. And that's why that card is so important for you. It's about living in the now. Sometimes we know we need to put a resume out there to get a new job. But sometimes we're like, you know what, I can't face it today. I'm just not there yet. When the moment is right, it will appear for you. Okay. So I just want you to be aware of yourself, not forcing yourself to do anything, but I feel it's so important to realize that when your heart's in it, you will move towards it. Okay, that's the same with a relationship, with a friendship, with a career opportunity. The heart knows. And I mean, even that song that came up a moment ago is like, you know, guided by a beautiful beating heart or something like that. So it's so important. It's almost like the heart is the compass. So, and I feel Pisces, your heart really is your compass. Okay. Now we've also got the Death card. So this is the outcome energy, changes, new beginnings, opening yourself up, releasing stagnant energy. Okay, the Death card doesn't always have to be that something is ending for you. It can mean that suddenly, you know, you've decided, okay, I'm going to cut out watching 3 hours of TV, and instead I'm going to get on that exercise routine, or I'm going to finish that screenplay, or I'm going to do something that's been weighing over my head for a little while. So I definitely see you cutting out things that are old habits, things that perhaps have been getting in the way of your progress. The Death card is, you know, also a card of transformation, evolution. So I feel you're regenerating your energy. You're like that phoenix rising from the ashes, cleansing things. It's almost like a rebirth of energy as well, in order to make progress. Now, some of you may actually start a new love relationship if you're looking for love. Some of you may actually start a new dynamic within a love relationship. So if you're already with somebody, there may be changes in your loving relationship, and it can mean that suddenly, you know, to have the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles, that could be suddenly someone pops the question and wants a high level commitment with you, or you're scheduled to get married to somebody in the next couple of months. So it can also mean that your focus is going to be on that. Deepening commitment, that is what I see, okay? Now, I have to mention it, my beautiful Pisces. I don't really like to go to this space, but it's come up in the energy, so I will. If you've already had someone who's transitioned to the other side. Now, this is not something that's going to happen. I don't want anybody worried out there that something like that's going to happen. It's something that's already happened before you came to this reading. So if someone has passed and, you know, you're going through all contracts and things that need to be done, all the, you know, the, how can I put that? You know, all the arrangements that need to be made and things like that. If you're waiting for some sort of inheritance news, or for it to move along, you know, a little bit more, I feel like, you know, you will hear things about inheritance in this month as we move into through Libra season into Scorpio season. So I just want to be aware of that. But this is something that's already happened. You may not really want to deal with these things because I see that you'd rather have the person, you'd rather have the situation with you, but it's a difficult time. So I'm sending you a huge hug out there. But I feel like you'll be dealing with some of those responsibilities, but only if someone has already passed. Okay, so this is something that's already happened. I just want to be clear on that. Now, I feel like you're going to get, you know, a gift in the inheritance is what I'm feeling. Now, with the Death card and the Lovers card, there's a change of heart. On a sort of personal level, there's a change of heart. So some of you are actually going to change direction, whether it's in your career or whether it is you really looking at what you want in terms of love and responding differently in a loving relationship or in challenging situations. Some of you may, you know, suddenly release the anxiety and have confidence within yourself and attract the things that you want and sort of get out of your own way, shall we say. Because sometimes we do get in our own way because of lack of confidence or a narrative that has been fed to us when we were younger. You know, sometimes, depending on the journey that you took, sometimes we take a difficult journey, we take a difficult path. Some of us, you know, have had, you know, a difficult upbringing, or, you know, we've gone through care, or we've gone through difficult circumstances and strange happenings. And as a child, we absorb these things and we try to find our way. And I feel it's about releasing negative narratives or expectations in order to embrace the positive. And I see really good things coming towards you. But again, there's a change here, and the choice card, the Lover's card, used to be called the choice. So I feel like there's an energy here of you trying to make a decision and you changing your mind on something, okay? And it's okay to change your mind. That's your prerogative. I just want you to be aware of that. But I see your focus is on your happy ever after, okay? Getting, emotional fulfillment in life, enjoying the journey, and finding happiness and success, and having a, strong, healthy, enjoyable family unit. And of course, finances, building, lining the nest with material gain. So I definitely see you gaining the abundance that you're focused on, but I feel like you've got to make some decisions, and they may be difficult decisions, but your heart knows the way, okay? Remember, envisage yourself in every scenario until your heart swells with joy and says, this is it. I feel like I'm home. This is the one. This is the choice that I'm making. With the Ace of Chalices, now, at grassroots, the Ace of Chalices is about opening yourself up to an opportunity. Could be a proposal in a workspace, like an awesome dream job coming through, but it could also be love, okay? The Lover's card with this card indicates whatever your heart is vibrating at this time, you are attracting, because this is a card like a magnet. You're attracting what you desire and what you need. And the Ace of Cups indicates the universe bringing you that, offering you a gift. So you may feel a little bit more sensitive than usual, my beautiful Pisces, but know that that emotion is attracting the things that you want. So it's so important to have that positive mindset right at the beginning, because anything a little bit conflicted or negative, now we're all human, we all have negative thoughts, and sometimes negative thoughts are important because it helps us preparing for the worst. But remember not to catastrophize, because sometimes when we dwell in the negative, we actually attract that towards us, okay? Remember, thoughts are becoming things. So I want you to be aware of that. But with the Ace of Cups, I feel good things are headed your way, okay? So whether you're looking for love or an opportunity, I feel like this is an important moment where the universe is gifting you something that you've been hoping for. Also, this card can connect to mental activity. Even though it is a cup, it can mean that you're really sort of overwhelmed and trying to focus on the things that you really want for your life, and you feel like you haven't quite achieved or moved as forward as you wanted to right now, but you're taking back control, you're taking the reins. Remember that the Chariot card is run by either two horses or two sphinxes, and there's no reins on this. So some of it is your human existence where you have the control to take a step. My guides gave me the other day, which is very profound. You're always one step away from changing your life. Think about that for a moment. You're always one step away from changing your life, because every step or decision we make influences our future, okay? So with the Chariot card, as you can see, there's no reins on those horses, or there's no reins on the sphinxes, which means there is also an element of destiny. You take a step forward and the universe will take 10 steps towards you, okay? And with the Queen of Wands as well, passion is your power. Queen of Wands is magnetic. Now, there could be a very powerful alliance that comes in here. So, for example, if you're headed in a certain direction, there could be someone here who really helps you on your path. Male or female, not a gender-specific reading. It's about the energy. But the Queen of Fire is all about creative collaborations or people who have got your back. But I see you working in silence first, and then people being attracted to your success and actually coming to help, because they give me the word help, okay? They're helping you. They're a positive force. Also, I feel like you're being dedicated to your vision and achieving your highest goal of all. So whatever it is, I feel like you're having the courage to put your attention, be inspired, and let your passion lead the way. Your passion is your power. Now, also with the Queen of Fire, if you're attracting love, my beautiful Pisces, and you're looking for love, this is about you having a real glow up. The Queen of Wands is one of the most attractive cards of the deck. It represents someone who is very good looking, someone who has sort of magnetism, and you will be turning heads, okay? You're going to notice a lot of people looking at you. Now, you know what? Gold stars keep coming up in the readings. I don't know what this is about. It may be about... Now, I don't have too much time to go into detail here. It could be about the royal star, because there's such a thing as called the royal star. It could be about placements. Could also, they just keep showing me gold stars, and they're showing me a gold star for you. So this is either you could be picking up a folder or something like that and a gold star falls out, or you know, you get off the subway and you notice that a gold star is stuck to your shoe or something like that. You're going to see like a gold star in a very strange place. And it just almost like stuck to something and then it drops off. That's what they keep showing me in the water. It's kind of like maybe even, you know, if you get off a seat or something and you're like, oh, what's that on my hand? And it's like a little gold star and then it pings off. So that's what they're showing me. So look out for that. Now, gold stars are about wishes, also about healing, dreams coming true. Stars are aligning, but it's also about hope, direction, clarity. So embracing new ideas, inspiration. So maybe that's what the gold star means for you. But I feel like it's symbolic, so look out for gold stars, okay? Queen of Wands is allowing sort of spirit to flow through you and inspire you and express your passions. So I feel like this is about you moving ahead at high speed. I also see how can I put this? I also see you sort of like finding that energy to move forward, have that confidence and know that you have a lot of potential and reach that potential. Okay, but expressing yourself is so important. I'm just going to get 3 cards before I start to close the energy reading. And I'm only taking the uprights in this deck. I mean, look, you can't write this, my beautiful Pisces. You got a 6 of Wands again. So this is about standing out in your field or being raised up. This is a card of victory, of valor, of confidence, of knowing your strengths. Really good news. Okay, this is like great news coming on in. So for example, if you're going for a job interview, I feel like actually you'll have a choice. And I feel like you're going to be the pick of the bunch. That's what I get. I feel like you get to choose. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Some of you may even win an award or a bursary or something that you've been, you know, trying to achieve for a long time. We got the Emperor energy. So this is, again, a plan, structure, success. Now, they're telling me to touch the Emperor energy because the Emperor energy, they want to give me something a little bit deeper on this. One moment, please. Okay. They're giving me this energy. Exuding the traits of a leader, a protector, a provider. So you may feel a lot of responsibility on yourself, my beautiful Pisces. This card is all about success, of course, but it's also about order, getting things in order, getting a bit more focused, using your power. Now, the Emperor can also stand for government, for example, or establishments, rules and regulations. So there may be some sort of changes locally or localized to you in some area that may affect the way you operate, but I see you actually being successful and having really good news. It's great news. Okay, whatever this is, it's great news because it's like a breakthrough and it's something to be celebrated. People come together celebrating, okay? So that's what I'm picking up there for you in particular, my beautiful Pisces. So this could be a localized news. Doesn't have to be worldly. I mean, right now, worldly things are a little bit crazy, right? But the Emperor is also about business. So some of you may be setting up your own business, becoming an entrepreneur, stepping into a leadership position. If you're putting a resume out there, as I said, you get the pick of the bunch of opportunity. I feel like you're winning. It may not feel like it now, but I feel like you're winning. You're turning a page. And the 3 of Cups is something to celebrate. It's also about people coming together, uniting, sharing resources, celebrating. I definitely feel like there's someone here who's got your back, who actually wants to help you move forward. Also, 3 of Cups is about going out, enjoying yourself, better times to come, you know, building better memories. Remember to have fun, especially if you're really focused on a goal. Remember to have balance, because the Libra season is all about balance, because that's how we get what we want quicker, when we are in balance. If we're focused on something all the time and nothing else, remember, a watch pot never boils, okay? It's a little bit slower to get to us. Now I'm just going to get some final cards. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Pisces? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see? Okay, they want one more, so I'll give it. Thank you so much. Okay, so we've got final goodbye. It's time to permanently close this chapter in your life. No second chances, not for you. Close the path. So that's about releasing anything that's toxic for you. This is a very important sort of shift from Virgo into Libra season. So it's really about cutting things out that are just not necessary. We've also got longing. Wishing things were different only causes unnecessary suffering. If you're missing someone or you want something, don't long for it. Do something about it. It's again just that, like, taking a first step. For example, if you want to heal a situation with a person from your past or from your present, of course that's possible, okay? But action is necessary. If, for example, a relationship is broken up, or you've gone through a separation or divorce, because we do have the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups there. If you've been going through a breakup, again, I'm sending you a huge hug out there, my beautiful Pisces. But longing for the past, it's something that keeps us, it holds us to ransom. It steals our energy because the past is an illusion. We cannot go back there. We cannot fix those things in the past, but we can live in the present and see what action we can take in the present moment to influence our circumstances. And if the answer is nothing, then we have to let it go, okay? And we have to evolve onto something greater, something better, okay? Also, if you want something to do with your career or to do with, the universe is showing me that actually resources are showing up for you. We've also got the mask. And it says, remove the mask and learn to live the way you are. Live original. What's hidden, hiding true self, lies. Now, I don't ever imagine, my beautiful Pisces, that you would tell lies or anything like that, but it can be sometimes when we tell ourselves something, it's almost like we convince ourselves or trick ourselves to focus on something else. So again, it's like that self-sabotage. Like me and the dissertation, for example, like, I've got time. You've had 3 months to do this dissertation, and yet 2 nights before the actual due date, you're freaking out because you haven't done it. And I'm like, it's okay, I got time. I'm just going to do the dishes. I'm just going to procrastinate a little bit more. So it's about really sort of being honest with ourselves and sort of like, also being your wonderful authentic self helps you in life, because the universe actually rewards you more for being who you are, unapologetically being yourself. And finally, no, it's not finally, they said no. We got the staff. This is an interesting one. Take stock of the situation before making a decision. Stand firm, spiritual power, wait. Okay, so again, with the Chariot card, the Lover's card, this is about making decisions or making changes. You're observing, you're in the waiting stages. You will know which direction to take. It's number 8, which is the number of the self. All answers are within you. And yeah, we got confidence. Look at that. And it says here, your success will be determined by your own confidence. Self-image, love yourself, outlook, believing. And that's across the board. Whether it's in love, having confidence in yourself, you came to this lifetime the way you are. Okay? So love yourself. You can't be another person. So embrace yourself, and there is someone out there who is going to embrace you in the same way. Even they're going to embrace the parts of you that you don't even like, okay? So because there's love coming onto the mix for you here. Also, confidence in career. 6 is actually a very powerful number. 666, some people sort of give it a negative spin, but it's actually a very empowering number that brings success. Okay, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. It didn't used to be affiliated with a negative number, okay, but it is, of course, now. But I feel success is definitely starred for you. We got 2 cards here. Union. So definitely a love relationship coming on in. If you're looking for it, you're magnetizing it. And if you're already in a union, then you're deepening your commitment with that person. And of course, if you don't want to be in a union and you're single and enjoying your single life, this could be a union with the things that you want. Finding unity, okay? Attracting with peace of mind, knowing that what is meant for you will never ever pass you by. And we've also got faith. They want you to believe. And then believe a little bit more, okay? So have faith. All is working its way towards you. Now, I'm just going to get a final card before we close the reading. Thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Now, in the water, they're actually showing me bison. Bison, they stick together through hard times or through storms. They protect each other. They actually walk into the storm. They face it head on in order to overcome it, okay? They want me to go be one more. Now we got penguin. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Well, I can believe it because my guides are so on point. But we also got bison, okay? They were just showing me in the water, so it's very prominent in your energy, okay? So it's about not avoiding things, you know, just going straight ahead, you know, and meeting things head on. But we'll get to that card in a moment. We've got penguin, authentic. Okay, so this is about you being your wonderful, authentic self. Also, penguins are beautiful creatures. You know, the king penguins, they partner up for life, don't they? Emperor, sorry, penguins. We've got reach out to your tribe in times of need. Family gives you strength when you face a storm. Love your uniqueness. You are full of surprises. Break free from others' expectations. Just be yourself. Now that came up strongly in the reading for you, my beautiful Pisces. And of course, bison. Okay, they really wanted you to have this card because they showed me bison in the water. So, you know, and I called it before it came out. So I love it when that happens because my guides want you to know that I'm channeling the energy. I'm not just making this up, okay? So it says here, abundance, and that is what is headed towards you. Sacred buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom. Keep me warm through the storms of life. Fill my life with goodness. Teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. Okay, so again, it's about, as I said, be grateful for what you have in this moment and then ask the universe for what you desire, and the universe will conspire to bring it towards you. Now, you could have got any card there. You could have got Ram, Perseverance. You could have got Bee, Community. You could have got, let's see, Eagle, Mastery. You could have got any of those cards. Unicorn, but they showed me the bison. They wanted you to have the bison, okay? So that is to be protected against the storm. So I will just get a final rune before we close. Oh, they give me one. I know what this is straight away. I feel like this is potential. This is the hero rune, okay? Yep, there it is, okay? Potential. And this is about freedom to make choices. It's also about moving towards your destiny. It's about you writing the script of your own story and, you know, being the hero of that story or heroine of that story. So things coming to a conclusion as well, things getting finished. So if you've left projects unfinished or you've left things undone, or there's definitely you picking up this energy to accomplish things and finish them off and feeling really sort of proud of yourself, okay? So I'm going to leave that there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you, my beautiful Pisces. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very, very important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Pisces. Love and light.